Ahoy! Sorry about that. It's just having a bit of few technical problems. You bear with me a sec. There we go. It's getting there now. Oh. That's the phone telling me that I'm going live. Right, I got the PC set up. That's good. Nearly there. Let's see. Oh dear. Let's get this lined up a bit better. Sorry about the wobble vision there, guys. Yeah. Oh.
Welcome to Big.
Don't know what my phone was doing there. Sorry if that shouted at you. Oh dear. What a rubbish start. Sorry, everyone. Oi, Harvey. Sorry about that, mate. I have to move it again. It's kind of in the wrong position. We shall get it. Oh dear. Worst start ever. Means that the paint's probably going to go really well. Stan doesn't want to play tonight. How's that? How are we doing? I'll tell you what, I don't know why. It's in the wrong position. I know. I'm going to keep banging it if I leave it there. So to get all the wobbly over to start with. You hold on to your hats, shipmates. Right. Right, can you see that, Harvey? Is that about right now? Okay. Let's sort some of these brushy things out. Need a and probably that one will do it. Cool. Yeah, the Kalinsky Masterclass update. As you can see, the paint's actually coming off of it. I've been using it so much, but the tip is still good. So that's been for a lot of painting, that one. I'm quite impressed. Okie dokie. What should we start with? We should start with some of this Monster Brown. We are painting. There's me not introducing anything. Like they need an introduction. It's the these guys. The new Parthian Cataphracts box from Gripping Beast. Nice. So I stuck these together. They're really easy to stick together, these guys. They do go well. Didn't take long at all. So let's get some of our medium out. And finally, we get some paint going. So I'm just use that Monster Brown. Start with one of the horses in that colour. There's not a lot of horse to paint on these because they're riding under all that armour, which is good. Yes. So picked these up at Warfare from the Beasties. They were quite surprised they actually got there in time. But yeah, Warfare was excellent. Really good venue. Lots of traders there. Lots of good games going on. And really well attended, which is good. Yes. Managed to make much progress this week, Harvey, in your project? Let's use, what are these dark browns? Yeah, dirt spatter's okay. He says, the new dirt spatter comes out. Ah, cool. Don't forget to send me a picture when they're all matted up. Yeah, these things take time to set up. Yeah, it's the problem with the rattle can. It's tricky when it's too hot and it's tricky when it's too cold. Okay, go for some Dungeon Grey. The other horse. I noticed a lot of the lacquers you can actually put them with a brush as well, can't you? They go all right. Hmm. So yeah, what we can do, we've done our usual undercoat with the Vallejo black, and then Xenofold it with the Ghost Grey, as per usual. Yes, very true. You do get a more even coat from a brush or a can. Can't disagree with you there. Although I've been playing around with putting matting the miniatures down and then going back with a real gloss varnish and picking up bits to make them look shiny and stuff. So that's quite fun. Okay, we're going to grab one of my favourite golds, Retributor Armour. I'm going to do so. I'll save my beaten up brush here. So I do lots of metallic paint tonight. Obviously with the undercoat, there's a lot of metal, so if you want to paint them even quicker than we're doing tonight, you can just go with a black undercoat, and the metallic does go nice over black. But I'll show you the way I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do a few extra bits. Yeah, I really like these new cats. They're they simply do what it says on the box. They are Cataphracts. Make one really, really shiny goldy colour. You know what you could do this if you really want to do is actually start with the metallic colour and work up from there. You know, undercoat them with metallic. That works. But then again, there's only 12 of them, so it don't take long to paint them this way. So hopefully be a bit more with it next week. I've been busy this week. It doesn't look like it's going to slow down for a while, so I didn't want to not do a video this week. If it goes as crazy as this next week, I don't know if I'm going to be able to squidge one in, but we will do our bestest. So say, I'm using a character brush here that's kind of lost its point and stuff to save my decent brushes, so I'm not worried about scribbling it about. Must be crazy seeing these guys in the flesh. And horses are imposing things anyway, isn't it? But I think a lot of people would have changed their mind. Yes, I'm not going to bother with that, I don't think. I'll do some of his armour in the gold. I'm going to do some of it because we're going to tone this gold down and then give it a shine. So we can do that. So yeah. If you've been watching out for any Black Friday deals, we don't do any Black Friday deals on the painting channel. We're just going to paint stuff. Okay. Let's make a few decisions about these guys then. We're going to use a lot more of the gunmetal on these. Excuse me. This. The computer seized up a bit then for a sec. There we go. I think we make some of his helm gold as well. Just change it up a bit, you know what I mean? There we go. Okay, that's enough on there. Just run paint with metallic paint. I'll do do enjoy it. Yeah. When you talk about easy miniatures to paint, these are a dream for like, if you want to take loads and loads of shortcuts, in fairness. I'm just trying to give it some difference as we go around it. Just make it a bit more interesting. Yeah, I still put some of the medium, my medium into the Citadel pots just to keep them all nicely thinned down. It stops them drying out as well. Which is good. Dog snuffling away in the background. Right, let's get some gunmetal on him. Leave that one out, so we might need that one in a bit. Yeah, go for some good old army painted gunmetal. Yeah, if like me and don't enjoy gluing plastic miniatures together, I have to say these aren't too bad to make. There's very little scraping and very little, there's no gap filling really. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Just remind me, Harvey, what was the game you were gonna do with Dark Elves? What were you gonna use them for? Sorry, did you say there was some sort of local competition or something? I'll remind my Civ-like memory. Whoops. But the main thing when you put this metallic on is to make sure that you don't I was trying to remember what your Dark Elves were going to be used for. I remember there was some sort of for a competition, but I couldn't remember what game they were for. That was it, Age of Magic. Do you know what? For some reason I thought I had Lion Rampant in. Oh no, Dragon Rampant, isn't it, the fantasy one? Yeah, I can't wait to have a bit of spare time to do to start my Age of Magic warband. Ah, that doesn't matter about the competition. You've still got the miniatures. That's the important thing, isn't it? Yeah, life does get in the way, doesn't it? It certainly does. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I remember those old GWs, right back at the start of Warhammer, they used to do, what was the box it's called? Regiments of the Renown. I remember having the Dark L one of those. They go, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I tried to put up the link to this Friday a bit earlier, so I'll put it up Monday, I think. So just gonna try and work together a bit more with Griffin Beast. And trying to give people a bit more notice of what we're going to be doing. That'd be cool. These did come along quite quickly, didn't they? Just going to add a little bit of medium into my brush. Keep everything nice and flowy out of there. Not sure that's the correct word, but it's the one that I'm going for. So what's your next mission then, Harv? That's the big question. Is that the start of the Dark Elves, or? Okay, so one side done. Yes. It's quite difficult when you're doing a lot of one colour on these videos because it's like there's not a lot to talk about. I'm just it's literally like watching paint dry this bit, isn't it? Even when I was making them, I picked the options with the faces visible, so I've got a face to paint. So I've got, because there's obviously the ones with the closed helms, and you've got more metallic. Which, if you want to paint them quick, is great. That's all the interesting bits we're going to do is after I've got this metal painting. Okay. As he says that, that's all the base metal done. So, that's good. So, next we're going to get some, I'm going to use some tanned flesh. There. Let's get a slightly less messed up brush. This is what a detail brush is. It's slightly messed up because I've been using it a lot this week. There's some decent detail on these faces. See, it's pretty good. All right. This is covers really well, this tan flesh. I mean, everyone usually uses barbarian flesh, but with good coverage. Yeah, so each sprue you can make either two of the guys with the contours in one hand, or two of the ones of it in two. But what I liked about it was, I think I said on the unboxing video, the the hands and the contos are all in one piece, so it's really easy to stick on. You don't have to fiddle around with it at all, which I'm all for. There is another different body option. There's 2 of each pose. That's good. So you can, out of 12, you can mix them up quite a bit. So there's loads of different heads. There we go. So what we'll do now is we grab our Reichland Flesh Shade. I'm just gonna hit all this gold over. I'm gonna antique it a bit. Usually wouldn't put too much on, but I put quite a good amount on. I just think this helps build the depth out on this as well. Just really massive pool and just move around a bit. You know the score? Get it on there. And we get the put this one, it's obviously it's going to take a little while to dry. I've got a bit much in there, but just let the brush wick it up and put it on somewhere else. Again, I'm using my crappy old character brusher. They're kind of in a constant sort of downgrade, as it were. So as I start a new brush up, the next one gets demoted to doing the wash or whatever, and the bottom one ends up in the bin. By that time, it's usually not got many bristles left on it. Let's just have a look at the see on his sleeve there. Quite a big difference. Again, you can use the Army Painter Flesh Tone. Just, I've got a pot of this around, and I don't really have to add anything to it. The Army Paint one, you have to water down a bit. It's a bit gloopy. Does the same, exactly the same job. A dog's dreaming that he's a train, I think. Which is quite helpful. Okay. So what we've got that on, we're going to get the Army Painted Dark Tone out. I'm not going to go too watery on it, so I'm going to just put a brush in so I've got like a... We're going to play around with some other stuff in a sec. This one I usually say that the strong tone is, or sorry, dark tone is very dark. As you can see, the Nuln oil's a bit more runny. It's the same thing, but once Nuln oil is like a watered down version of this. But today we're going to play with the full strength dark tone. There is a method to my madness. Get amongst it. Let's get this on. The other thing about this, putting these tones on, is if you put too much on one area, it's not a disaster. Just move it around. Get your brush, wick it up, then drop it on the miniature somewhere else, or a little bit in there. Evening, Rich. How are you? Very nice of you to join us. Yeah, we're a good here, shipmate. You see, we're you got the old Parthian cats on the go. Yes, ones that Lord S accused me of pirating away from Beast Towers. I don't see much of it as plundering as a pirate. I saw it as more of a liberation of miniatures. That last sentence sounds like I've been drinking, doesn't it? Yeah, I was saying earlier, there's a number of ways you can do these, and it depends on how long you want to spend on them, really. I mean, I was thinking earlier, the absolute cheat way, if you wanted to paint a lot of them, would actually be spray them on the sprue, wouldn't it? They're that easy to put together. You could spray them silver on the sprue and pretty much put them together pretty much painted, because they do fit together that well. But I've done what I usually done, I've done like a zenithal highlight. And you see I'm laying some thick old wash over them now. Because I want to play around with some silvery stuff and what have you. Just to make them a bit interesting. I do like the miniatures anyway, but paint this much armor can get a little bit. Depends on what you've got to do, I suppose. I've done a lot of these over the last couple of weeks. I think you have millions and millions of ways to paint them. This one's a grey, so what we'll do in a sec, we go back and wash some of these black, real thin over the top. Let's say we're laying on this dark tone quite heavy. You're not far, 50 minutes in, and I lost about 5 minutes farting around at the start, making everyone seasick, moving the camera about, all that sort of stuff. So, let's see. Realistically, painting time done about, what, 3/4 an hour? Put in the helm. Yeah, these, we call these ones spoils from warfare. Grey horse, or what bits of the grey horse you can see. We're gonna water this black wash down. Let's do. Yeah, it was really good. I must admit I've been getting a little bit jaded at shows over the last well, I can't say a few years because there's been any, but coming into COVID, before that I was starting to lose a little bit of love for the shows, as it were. I must admit that was very good. The venue was good. There's plenty of traders there. Plenty of space for games, and I think there was room for more as well. And it's really well attended. Notice there was a lot of younger gamers there as well, which was really good. They had a sword point tournament going on and a saga one. Oh right, Salutes 50. Wow, blimey. Yeah, Warfare definitely is on my to-do list next year. Well, I think there's one There's a little one in Bristol next week, isn't there? Is it Ravel? I seem to remember going to that one before COVID, and it was like a little tiny kind of village hall, if it's the same one. Probably. I've not got the right brush to. Let's just. Get my fine brush. I was saying to Harvey earlier, and another week of the Kalinsky masterclass. It's seems to be losing its paint, but it's not losing its tip. So yeah, really quite impressed for the seems to be worth it for the extra money. That's the only thing I couldn't find there was a decent brush stockist. But mustn't complain. Friend, it's good to see the beasties there in their natural habitat. I might investigate, see if Griffin Beasts are doing their stall at Salute. Might see if I can sneak on board. Yeah. Do. Let's see. Let's use our secret weapon. Just doing all the other bits whilst the all the washes are drying. Hopefully, by the time we've done everything else. Old orcs never die. Am I looking over the camera or painting through the camera? I'm actually holding the miniature there, and I'm looking around the edge of the camera here. So yeah, it does give me a bit of a pain in the neck, but we suffer for our art. Good evening. Just gonna put some of this. With your belt around the middle. Just while the rest of the wash is drying off. Let's give him a brown beard, shall we? There we go. One of his boots a bit of brown. There's some straps on the back of his leg. You might as well pop them in as well. We're at it. There we go. Welcome to Mr. Orc. I think orcs are one of my favourite things. I love painting the orc stuff. I'm going to paint his saddle in this. Our secret weapon leather colour. It's sort of batch paint like this, you sort of just work around with the colours as much as you can, really. You see those washes are drying nicely. Because this is only the first 3 of these, we've got 12 to do. So we can do more brown beards and just do the other one's different. Well, the other ones haven't got a lot of the other helmets, you can't see their face anyway, so. Let's have a check round. We can do the bridles different colours. It's everything's gone crazy on the painting front this week. Commissions have gone nuts. The eBay shop's gone nuts. Totally ruined my plans of having a nice, quiet, relaxing week of just painting some stuff I want to paint. But hey ho, I'll be moaning soon that it's quiet, so just ignore me on that. I think the flesh colour, yeah, the flesh wash is almost dry on the gold, so that's good. Just do some buckets of his boot. Ah, right. that's why I got mixed up with Harvey's, because I said to Harvey, is Dark Elves, I was thinking they're for Dragon Rampart. That's what it was. I've got the two of them mixed up. That explains everything. My addled old brain couldn't handle all the double amount of information. Okay, as you see, the now that wash is starting to dry, it's starting to get the metal looks quite dull, which is what we're going for, wanting. Yeah, everything looks a bit dull now, doesn't it? Which is exactly what I wanted. So now we're going to get our base red, which is Abomination Gore. Let's swap over to our decent brush. Start laying down some colours. There we go. Just loading up that brush, give it a twist so it's nice pointy. It's nice on the wet palette, it's just thinning that out a little bit. Point of the brush, just rest along the edge there. Easy peasy. Okay. Bring it to life already. So, Rich, are you doing all the heraldry in that on them, or are you putting what flags or? Nah, I've got some freehanding. Look back from my Twitter stuff, I've got loads of freehands you can have a go at. I've done 2 armies worth. It's fun. Plenty to practice on. Just pick the simple one, the simplest ones out to start with, and just crack on. Ah. So how many minis do you have to paint for the game? On the edge there. Boop. Wow. I keep you busy. I'd like to put some red on the rider as well, so it's kind of matches in with his mount. So he's got like a... Yeah, definitely send a picture. I always like seeing the pictures. I show them off at Gripping Beast as well. Even though it's not their miniatures, they're big, kind of. They just love everything. It's refreshing to see. I thought when I first went down there, I thought, oh, they're going to be, oh god, I better not mention any other suppliers. But yeah, they're really cool guys. our base red in. I suppose we do one blue and one green, shall we? So we go for something like crystal blue. Well, the wash is pretty much dry, which is great. Well, definitely miniatures like this, it depends how much you want to mess around with them. So we could have already taken quite a few shortcuts on these guys. There we go. Bit of dip. Make it a bit more runny because it's quite thick, this one. Yeah. It's been quite hard this week to... Some of the commissions you work on, you can't put the pictures up as you go along, so I've been itching to put some... I usually post loads up onto Facebook and Twitter, and of course I've not been able to, which is a pain. Gets a bit addictive doing that, but hey ho, we'll be back to normal next week. There's a little bit of blue on his sleeves, just to tie him in a bit. These are the fancy pants show off boys, aren't they? Of the... Well, Rich talked about shields and stuff. Did I show the Byzantine Emperorite shields I painted? They're still waiting for being picked up over there. I can show you them if you like. To show off some shields. Let's just finish this blue and all that. Then want some. The guy bought some V&V resin miniatures. I've been waiting for a couple of weeks for him to pick. I rushed them through, and they've been waiting for a couple of weeks for him to pick them up. Let's just get this blue one. That's a bit blue underneath. We'll have a quick double check round. So he's going back. I know it's got wet palette, so it doesn't matter too much, but there we go. Now they're starting to look something. Let me just grab you some Byzantine goodness. That's it. The bench behind me. That's a big stretch. There's the boss man himself. See how when I matte varnished him, then I went back in with some gloss varnish just to get some shine back on the thing. That's what we do on these. It's the boss man and his standard bearer guy. And you can see the shine on the armor, but it doesn't shine on the thing. And there's a couple of warrior guys with him as well. And some free-handing on the shield. I was picking up properly, yeah. So there's that one. And yeah, just brush the gloss. I've picked up the gloss just on the, just a little bit on the, yeah, obviously he's got a massive Byzantine army. He just wanted the command to be different from the Griffin Beast ones. So he's got Griffin Beast stuff, and then that's his command, obviously. But I didn't want to lose the shininess on them. So what I did is, after I matte varnished them, I got some gloss. What did I use? I think I used Citadel Hard Coat, but I've used the Vallejo gloss, and I've used the Army Paint gloss. They're all the same gloss varnishes, really, aren't they? And then don't get too much on your brush, just almost like a dry brush over the top. So yeah, just play with it. Because if it gets too glossy, you can just put some matte over the top again. Have a play. Yeah, I was in the mood to paint some shields that day. Cheers, Rich. Cheers, Harvey. Thank you very much. Yeah, they come out all right, didn't they? So dog clean his feet. Large slavering troll. Oh, it's dog. But that sounded well dodgy on the microphone, didn't it? There's nothing wrong with crowds, Rich. It's all practice, isn't it? That's the thing about freehand, and it's how they did shields, isn't it? They started with easy patterns. I just remembered a friend of mine said that heraldry started when the first Viking or whatever grabbed the chicken, cut its head off, and squirted the insides out all over his shield and said that looks cool. And then they started making people, oh, you're good at painting shields, you can paint my shield. So yeah, I got faith in you. I got faith in you, Rich. I think you should have a go. I I will send you my post address. You can do it. Start easy. You could start with the cross. Start working up. Stylize it, and move on to the next one. I'll tell you what is a good way that I if I got a lot is I'll Google the shields and take a screenshot of. I know I use the little big man shields as well, some of the stuff, but sometimes I use them as painting guides. Probably, I mean, you shouldn't really, but hey. don't think he'll. Don't think they'll mind. They're very good, the little big man shields, aren't they? Just like green on. So I was thinking about using that khaki colour for the trues. I think when I started, I was just thinking about it. I started making progress with the freehand stuff when I started really thinning the paint down. It's almost like painting like a ghost of the whatever it was that I was going to paint. If that makes sense. So like a very watery, ghosty looking one, and then just start sketching it in from there. Yeah. So instead of using, usually we use the speed paint for the flesh, don't we? But we've used the darker one today, so I'm just going to drop a little bit of good old G-dubs. Because that'll work with that brown as well. So yeah, give it some nice. I'm doing on time. Oh, 9 o'clock. Lovely. Just going to drop that flesh shade in there. Quite heavy with that. Yep. Finish that black. Check that back. I'll do the shinies last, I think. There's a little bit on his leg we missed there. There's just a bit of gunmetal chucked in there. There's a bit on his. Is it a bridle? I think so. Yeah, all the rest of there. So it's worth checking. So what we do as well is these little shieldy patches. We do them in green as well. Okay. So notice his sword and that hasn't got any metallics on it, so we'll sort that out in a sec. Okay. Detail the brush. Just pick the metally bits up on their sword. Yeah. Quick once over whilst I've got the gunmetal. So I was probably gonna do them gold, but I'm quite happy for being gunmetal. We're gonna pick up some shiny in it anyway. There we go. So next, lances. Now, I've been painting them in wood, but next on the box art, they've got the stripy ones, which are always fun, aren't they? They're doing yellow and red. Let's use I'm going to use no, I'm not. Let's go for yellow and red. Demonic yellow. Picked up the brush I was using for metallics. It's a little bit. It's a little bit knacked. So yeah, we're going to do the stripey choppy, but obviously it's going to be easier just to this yellow one. If you thin the yellow out, it seems to go on a lot smoother. Might have to do a second coat, but hey. The temptation to pile it on there, isn't it? So how far are you into these? How many have you painted, Rich? So unit 24 of infantry just on knights now. Wow. What way then? Cool. Yeah. Put more of the yellow down again. Dog snoring. That's taking very fancy pants, isn't it? Just wash. Just yeah, just seems to work better if you water it down, right? Something totally different. Ah. I've not seen a void scarred corsairs. I'm not really up to date on kilting. I saw they'd done the what's it called? The guys with the gas masks. Oh God! Help me out! Death Corpse of Krieg. Ha ha! Yeah, I like those miniatures. Somebody sent me some resin ones that somebody made in Russia, I think. They're not official Death Corpse of Krieg, but they're like Death Corpse of Krieg zombies, which are quite cool. Where are they? Let me show you. They're just over there. No, well, I'm being sidetracked, and that might be completely sidetracked. They might be a bit dusty because they've been on the back shelf for a bit. Here we go. Yeah, look. They sent me to paint up, and yeah, which I thought were very cool. I don't know what to do with them, in fairness. They're all busted up and it's all I've got of them. Was it 9 of them? So I don't think there's enough to do anything with. They were good fun to do. He's going to thwack somebody with that gun, but he's missing his other hand. Yeah, so I quite like them, but I ain't got a clue what to do with them. I expect somebody to come in here one day and pinch them. Wow. Yeah, I can't remember last time I played 40k. I'm just going to get some soft tone just for their cruisers. I shouldn't really be grabbing stuff, because I was going to do that Christmassy special one with the tour of everything. I'm not going to ruin all my surprises. Yeah, I'm just going to use this soft tone just there. Go around the horse as well. I'm not going to muck around with the horse too much because obviously there's very little of them showing. So how did you get on 40k? Who was it? Who did you play? Was it your orcs? What? Tell us, we need more info. Just drop it around his beard. There we go. Need a little bit in there. This is quite dark brown horse, but we'll still put a little bit of wash into it. Get some shadow in. Ah. You gotta have cross. You know it's going to be a fun game when that happens, yeah. Crazy. I've still got all my original 40k stuff hanging around over there. All the old orcs. I don't really know much about Necrons. They look like the Terminator 2 thing, flashbacks. They look like to me. But as long as it was bloody and you managed to smeg a load of gits, I hope he was being particularly squeaky and loud as you were playing him. Yeah. I thought so. I did look at some of my son was toying around with them and I thought they'd be really easy to paint really quick. It's a bit like painting skeletons, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to do some shiny stuff. So we're going to go for the bright gold. I'm not going to completely dry the brush, just don't want too much in there. I'm just going to over brush the high areas. This is why that wash you can go pretty heavy. Work around on those high areas. Now he's shiny. I think it's a bit extra work to get to that point, in fairness, but I think it's worth it. So if you watch down his armlet, just run over those. Not a whole lot, it's just to give it a bit of shine. Just pick where the sun's going to catch it. So when you lose some of this, when you matte varnish, just come back in with a bit of gloss and your job's still done. Let's just get the that's the goldy bit done. This saddles bit. Done the surround of it, so we'll just put that leather look in the middle. Luckily that burnt umber stays wet for quite a while. There we go. So now we've done the gold bit. Grab the shining silver to go on top of the gunmetal. I'll bust it up brush again. Then I'm just going to take some of the paint off. I'm not going to completely get it dry. I just don't want too much on there. Just gently, gently, gently. The lightest touches. Just make those areas just ping. They've not been bagged, so just let the brush dry natural, and then just I'm going to hit the top edge of that contours. Just have a look at, have a good, before you finish with one, just, yeah, that'll do. It's nice and shiny now. So it's going to come back a little bit because obviously I'll matte varnish these. And as normal, I'll do the light box thing tomorrow. Stick them up on Facebook and what have you. What do you think? Now for good value for money, really. It's 24 quid for 12 of them. They're even better if you buy the multi-box thing. I think they've still got that on their website. Always wait till the brush is driest to do the tips of swords and spears and stuff, just to As I say, this kills the brush, so don't do it with a good brush. Save a rubbishy one. Catch edge of those lamella plates. Just dab it in anywhere you want a little bit of shine to happen. Good way to paint necrons, wouldn't it, like this? There's the blue one I noticed. So that's our metallics pretty much done. Yes, I didn't do the bits around the eye on the horse there. And just get that done. There we go. So next, again, I get our Psycho brush out. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm just going to get a dab of white. Just straight matte white. And we're going to paint his eyeballs in. So I'll brush nice and wet. When I'm freehanding, what I'll do is I'll put the colour I'm using there with a dot of the matte medium next to it, just so I can get the consistency of the paint right. Lock everything off. Paint the eye in. There we go. Do-do-do-do. So yeah, bit of dip in there. Just tidy that up. It's not too much of an issue because I've got to put some more flesh in there yet, but you can tidy it up as much as you can. Somebody outside learning how to wheel spin. Smashing. Just touch a little bit of imperfection back out. There we go. So next, get my pot of black out. I usually do it in the pot. Let's do it on the things. I'll show you. There we go. So again, this black's fairly watered down already. Just get what you want on the brush. A bit of it out. And there we go. These are not big eyeballs on these ones. Yep. Put the cap back on, yeah. Psycho, and they last quite a long time. Look after them. And what we're going to do, we're going to just water the flesh down a little bit. We're going to highlight our original flesh colour with our original colour. It's coming off his blue tack animal. So it's anywhere the light's going to catch. Cheekbones, nose, knuckles, that sort of thing. Got a good face on these. Then, if you wanted to, you come back in with the light flesh for a higher highlight. If you see what I mean. So, next we're going to do the red. So we're going to do pure red now. We've done the Abomination Gore. So just going to hit the edge of these, all this red, and just start bringing it up to highlight. On this bottom bit, just leave the edge that's up against the metal. So it's got a bit of shadow in there. So I'm looking to hit along the edge. Okay, just keep working around. So you're happy with the highs, and then leave the rest in shadow. But anywhere that's lifted up, and that is going to be a high. And I'm just going back round now and sort of strengthening those highlights. There we go. Let's get the edge of his sleeve. So now we're going to paint some onto the staff. Contos. So we're going to go about that far, I think. Okay. Ahoy, Kev! How are you, mate? This is why we did them yellow first, so the red could just sit nicely over the top. Tonight we have the new Parthian Cataphracts from Dripping Beast. I went to the show on Saturday and liberated them for our painting purposes. Although, funny enough, Lord S keeps saying I keep pirating Griffin Beast Towers. Oh. The blue tack's obviously got cold. Let's warm it up. Luckily, I didn't drop it underneath the table. It usually happens. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh yes, Lord S accusing me of piracy. Which in fairness, he's pretty accurate. There we go, stripey enough, isn't it? So these are the guide now, so we get them all roughly about the same. Yeah. Well worth a purchase, I think. Yeah, so I was trying to think what's left to do on these. So all the metal's done. I've highlighted the red out. I've done the flash. So yeah, it's just pretty much this stripy pole thing. Had to be quiet there so I can make sure I didn't get red everywhere. Got red on you. Yeah, so just got to paint the bases. You throw a few highlights on the green and blue bits. And they're there really, aren't they? So with it being 2 hours 20 minutes, has anyone's got any questions about any of that? I think that's going to be cool. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Hopefully I'll catch up with some of my commission work for next Friday. I'm going to try and post on a Monday what I'm going to do on the Friday. See how that goes for a bit. I'm not sure what I got from. Oh, I got some 10mm to do as well on a video. That'd be interesting. Not sure that's going to be live or not. Yeah, I'll have a dig through. I did grab some more stuff off them. So let's have a quick look at this. They are nice. They are nice figures. These ones, Kev. They're fun to paint as well. There's lots of different ways you can do them. I think it's good. Yeah. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll just get a chance to just highlight the blue and the green out like I did for the red. Then get them lacquered. There's some lazy paint on those red bits in there. Always forget to do that when I paint stripy bits around stuff. It's always worth giving it a spin round. Yeah, cheers, Rich. I say I've got loads on tomorrow, but I'll try and get these finished first thing. No, I'll probably spray matte varnish these, and then, as we were talking about earlier, because I've done them kind of shiny, I'll go back over and highlight some of the shine with a gloss varnish, but I'll do that bit with a brush. So yeah, so I'll matte varnish with the Vallejo airbrush one, and then probably highlight with, I'll probably use the GW hard coat one. That's nice and shiny. Yeah, there we go. So I'll finish them up tomorrow and do what I usually do, get them on a photograph. Yeah, 2 hours 20, not bad. Not bad. You can, I say, you can paint them really, really quick if you wanted to. But I just wanted to make them look nice and flashy and shiny. So that's what we did tonight. Okay then, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Sorry it's a short interaction with you tonight, Kev. I hope it's all good. I looked on the subscriptions. We're up to 452, I think it is now. So hopefully we'll hit a big 500 soon. I'll see if I can maybe get something to give away or something. We'll work something out to celebrate. Be nice to be over 500 for Christmas. That'd be good. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, guys. If you're watching this tomorrow, thanks for joining me tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, message, share. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And, oh yeah, ring the notification bell, because that helps apparently as well, so I'm told. And I will see you next time, guys. I've been Pirate Rich. These have been Parthian Cataphracts. And you've been Rich, Kev, and everyone else. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me, and I will see you very soon. Stay safe. Cheers, dudes.